Last week I shared with you an example of a Key Stage 2 classroom from Woodhill Primary School, and what I want to do today is share with you a really great example of a Key Stage 1 classroom. This is also from Woodhill Primary School, and the first thing I want to share with you is this classroom is a prefab building, and so one of the points I want to make is that a great learning space and a great learning environment can be created in any area, and it doesn't matter what restrictions there are. If there are key features, then they can still shine through. So first of all, I want to just reference the point that I think this classroom has got some fantastic examples of literacy everywhere. In fact, Hannah's the literacy leader in our school. And if you have a look at our reading corner, our Year 2 reading area, you'll see lots of key vocabulary, lots of questions, lots of opportunities to scaffold and develop language. In the reading area, we have lots of questions and scaffolds and prompts that are used for assessment, but are also used by children and adults when we're structuring guided reading. So you can see some of the key reading questions. You can see in the reading corner lots of support prompts, questions, and guidance for children, and they can refer to these during guided reading sessions. We also have an author focus table, and these change regularly depending on the text that we're using. And the last thing to say, if I pan back, you can see that this is a nice space to come and want to read books. The core text for Key Stage 1 this half term has been The Journey Home, which is a text all about polar bears. But what you can see from the learning wall very clearly is the journey of the learning. So I'm going to reference a few of these key features. So first of all, one of the writing outcomes was that children wrote an information text, a poster, a pamphlet. So you've got some of those features exemplified on the learning wall. They also wrote persuasive letters, and you can see from the learning wall how the language and the features are developed, including the vocabulary, the modelling, and some of our super sentences. What I really like about this as well is that we've also included on our learning wall some of the children's attempts, so that the modelling is not just the adult modelling, but the pupil modelling as well. And that's a really good thing to include, because it says to children that their writing can also be used as best practice and exemplified, and it also means that they're included in that learning journey. One of the things we do at Woodhill is that we want to see the learning environment really being used by children and referred to, so that it brings a level of engagement, it brings that discussion, that language, that richness to what we do. So our children use this space. They have opportunities to come over here to select a book, to independently play. And again, all of that stuff really reinforces the language and the vocabulary that then gets used in our teaching sequences. We also have a role play area over this side of the room. Again, a little reading den with lots of opportunities to explore, to play, to reflect, and to learn about polar bears. More vocabulary on display. That vocabulary is used by the children. And if I sneak in something you might not easily see, but some fantastic artwork that links to the topic, and some lovely literacy work as well. And here are some examples of the pamphlets that children made about saving the polar bears. So you can see how literacy is everywhere. Every space is used as a rich learning space. And I just know that these children have loved this topic and have gone home and talked to their parents about the topic. They've used that language in their writing, they're using that language in their discussion, and they've really been passionate about this. Our learning expectations are very clear and on display, so that everybody knows exactly what the key features are that we're looking for in terms of learning walls, learning environment, teaching and learning expectations and also feedback.